That is insanity. I should have looked sooner. Oh my God, Julie, thank you for telling me. I did all that talking, and the sound was messed up. Ah, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, that sucks. Julie, I'm so glad that you're here. You said I'll have to rewatch the live, no sound at all. I came back a few times. I don't know what's wrong with it. That is insane. I don't know why I did that. Okay. All right. All right. That was all the regular stuff. That was most of what I normally say to you. Oh, oh. And I was on a roll too. Damn. I was feeling it. I was feeling good. Okay. That's all right. Sometimes we just gotta woo-saw and move on. Because I could see everything just fine, but I didn't realize that I couldn't hear because I got the sound down. All right. Okay. I'll try not to be upset about it. Okay. All right. I'm back. Now we've got some sound. All right. So let's see. Where was I? All right. We're doing the gratitude practice. I was asking if we had anybody who had something for Thirsty Thursday. I will shout you out. I want to share good news. If you are dealing with infidelity, if you are trying to get past betrayal, you need to hear good news. I know that it's easy to keep on surrounding yourself in these echo chambers of social media with all the negative. It's easy to do. But if you focus on the positive a little bit, your brain will try and help you to get to more positive. All you need to do is maintain a positive thought for 17 seconds. Something positive, something you feel good about, something you're happy about, something you're grateful for. When you can do that for 17 whole seconds, your brain will then offer you another thought that it thinks matches that thought. So it will try and give you something else positive to think about. Now, the time differential when you're thinking about something negative is a little shorter. All right. If you think about something negative for a shorter period of time, your brain will be like, oh, here's another bad thing. It's quicker about that. And I think that's because it's our autopilot working when we're dealing with trauma. But if we are constantly asking ourselves to see the wonderful, beautiful things in the world, our brains, after 17 seconds, say, oh, here's another wonderful, beautiful thing. I, Here's another one. I just came up with this one because we were thinking about the last one and it made me think about this one. And here, look at this positive thought. So it stops the trauma inflicted loop of negative thinking that is stressing you out, that is constantly having you worried about where he is, what he's doing, if he's doing it again, if you know everything. You won't have to worry about that as much if you can train your brain to stop looking for the negative all the time. Okay? All right. Let's see. Insane that the sound wasn't on. All right. I'm trying not to be upset about that. I cannot believe that. Everything was working fine when I checked it earlier. All right. Let's see. See everything. All right, so we're gonna move on. We were doing the practices, and I had no sound, but the main part of the lesson is still to come, so it's all to the good. So today, what I wanted to talk to you about is what happens when he's still trying, but you're still hurting. All right. We've got to talk about that because that is serious. That is one of the things that I deal with on a regular basis is he is trying. He is doing the things. He's even answering all your questions. And I told you, don't answer the questions. All right. I didn't tell you don't answer the questions. Lord, that threw me all off. But that's okay because we're going to talk about it now. I don't want you to keep asking him a whole bunch of questions. It is not good for you. It is another part of the trauma working its way through your body. Your brain is saying, I must know all the answers. but that is just to try and protect you, not to have you understand, not to have you have compassion, not to help you forgive, not to help you love again. It is just to protect you. So if you keep doing that, and you are assuming that he is a threat to you. So that is what is happening when you are really still hurting, but he is obviously trying. He's answering your question. He is showing you the phone. He has the digital leash on him with the GPS. He is doing the thing, but it still hurts. You can't trust. You can't open up because you feel like, well, what if he hurts me again? Okay? So it's a strange space where he's actually trying. He's doing the things. You can see, like clearly, logically, you can see he's making the effort, but you're still hurting. Your body and your brain are still aching. Your brain is screaming at you that he's just not doing enough. He might be doing some of the things, but I think there are more things that he could do. He could do it better. He could do it bigger. It's just not enough. I'm still hurting. Right? You want to feel close again, but your body and your brain just won't relax. They won't relent about this whole situation. Does that sound familiar? Is that something you've been dealing with? That you can see him doing the right thing, but it just doesn't seem like it's enough. That is the entire reason why I only work with women. That is the entire reason why I only coach women who are staying, because there's nothing that he can do if you're not working from your end to start healing. That's the major thing that you need to know about this whole thing. If you are not doing anything to try and heal yourself, to try and regulate your body, to try and shake some of this trauma and the effects that it has on your body and your brain, he could be doing all the things. He could be laying down and kissing your feet. He could be doing everything under the sun that there is possible to do to show you that he loves you. He did not mean to hurt you this way, and he wants to be with you. He could be doing all of that, but if you're not doing anything to heal, it won't reach you. You won't be able to feel it. That's why I want to work with you, because the woman that you are, the woman that you really are underneath all that trauma, is affected by those things that he does. That woman wants to feel good about the things that he's doing, exactly the things that are in her head that she should be doing. That woman wants this, but there's another woman there, isn't there? There's another woman, the one that's been hurt, and she is very prevalent and very loud right now, isn't she? She's the one driving the car most of the time. You have yourself and the love tied up in the back seat a good portion of the time, right? We've got to learn how to switch places, how to put that person, that woman that you are deep down beyond this pain back in control of this car, and have that wounded woman in the trunk because she's not doing any good for you. Okay? You are not broken just because you are having this little bit of a split personality. It is completely normal. What you are dealing with is who you really are, and then you're dealing with you forced to deal with trauma. It is two different people reacting in two separate ways. It's completely different actions of your nervous system when you are dealing with trauma versus when you're not. So we have got to let our nervous systems understand that there are changes being made, and this is a safe place to be. This is where you are choosing to be. Even when they're doing everything right, your body still remembers them doing everything wrong. And that is hard for your body to just let go of. That's why you need to be doing your deep breathing. That's why you need to be doing your journaling. All the practices that I told you are going to help with bringing down the effects of this trauma on your body so that your body understands that you are safe and everything is okay. All right? Go back here. If you all have any questions, comments, thoughts, complaints, put them in the comments. Let me know. just like Julie did. Let me know that our sound sucked. All right. Okay. Um, the reality about this lingering pain is the fact that trauma is stored in our body. We actually have to release it to be able to get past it. Healing doesn't just happen on the same timeline as the change behavior, on the same timeline as the apologies. It's not happening in that moment. Your healing is a process. The same way that you heal a wound in your body is the same way that this wound from this trauma of betrayal is going to heal. It's got to heal from the inside out. We got to let it slowly knit itself together and close, seal well to be able to heal. It is not going to happen as fast as he is going to feel remorse. He's going to feel remorse probably from the very beginning. So we have got to let ourselves experience him doing the right things and let ourselves see over time that he's actually doing the right things and that we're safe. The nervous system has learned that he is a danger. So we have to retrain that. We cannot let our brains just continue to believe that the person we love is our danger person. We need to teach our brains and our bodies that this is a person we feel safe with instead of a person that we feel threatened by. When you're having like the emotional flashbacks, like you had good control over your emotions for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're right back there. You are right back when it happened. You are experiencing all the same feelings. You are thinking about it constantly, and you're having all these doubts about whether or not you should be with this person or not anymore. Those aren't signs of failing. And it's not signs that you don't love them. It is signs that your body is feeling dysregulated, you feel unsafe, and you need to do something about that. You're feeling like you're stuck in the past. You're not actually stuck in the past. You are in the present. Your body just needs to realize that right in front of it, there is evidence of your safety. If you can start working on it from your side to do your deep breathing, do your journaling, to calm, to center, to tell your body that you are safe. And then he, on the other side of that, is doing everything he can to show you that you're safe with him, that he is doing the right things, that he loves you. You are going to meet the healing a lot faster. Um, uh, you can do grounding exercises when you are trying to do this, when you are trying to just get a grip on yourself. Good, slow, deep breath in and out first. Clear that carbon dioxide out of your lungs, blow out. Inhale through your nose for a very long time and whisper on the inhale, I am safe. And then let your body hear you say it. Say it like you mean it. Say it like it's an important thing for you to know. And repeat it on the exhale. I am safe. I'm safe. That deep breath, filling up your lungs and releasing all that excess carbon dioxide, grounds your body, sends a signal to your body and your brain that actually you are indeed safe, because nobody is breathing fully and deeply when they're not safe. Um, when you're dealing with this and you're like, you know, he's doing the things. Maybe I'm just not grateful for it. Maybe that's what it is. It's not about like a lack of gratitude. It's about the layers of the trauma. Trauma is like an onion, all right? There's lots and lots of layers to the trauma. So there's old fear in there that's saying, well, what if it happens again? There is an old fear in there that is saying, what if? That what if thing is always in your brain, isn't it? What if? What if? What if? What if? It keeps asking you the question. Here's a tip about that. If your brain will not stop asking you what if, answer the question. That's all you have to do to stop that thought. What if he does this again? Well, he did it this time, and I am coping, and I decided to stay this time, but next time I may decide not to stay. If that is the case, that is the what if. That's the answer to it. There's no mystery. There's nothing to be scared of. If this does happen again, you have choices. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will. But you have choices about what you're going to do. You can stay, you can go, you can tolerate it, you can try and get past it. You can do that. You have every choice in the world. You are not painted in corners. So if your brain keeps asking you, what if, what if, what if, answer the question. Soothe your brain almost immediately. Okay? Um, Healing is gonna mean that you're gonna give yourself permission to need that time. And you're gonna give him a map about how to support you in the moment. If there are things that are certain things that keep coming up for you, we've got to address those things. You're going to have to do differently from your perspective, and he's going to have to do a little bit differently from his perspective to meet you where you need him to be able to soothe yourself, to be able to regulate these emotions. Um, Tell him, I see you trying. I'm just still hurting. And let him have an opportunity to comfort you. If you're saying, I see you trying, I'm still hurting, come together, get a hug, come together for about 20, 30 seconds. And again, this is physical. Your body is physically reacting to this. So if you are hugging for about 30 seconds, it produces oxytocin. Oxytocin is the opposite of cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. That's what you get when you're freaking all out. When you hug him for 30 seconds, oxytocin starts to flow and it starts to change the effects of that cortisol. It's going to bring your blood pressure down, going to bring your pulse down, make you less anxious, make you less worried. So it's going to be a good thing to have him help, but tell him that what things that he can do for you to meet you where you are. Ask for him to be more consistent than perfect. We don't need him to be perfect. We don't need that. That is unnecessary. And your brain will not trust perfect as you are working through trauma. Your brain is going to be like, absolutely not. There is no way he's doing this well after how he messed up. I don't believe it. And then it'll be more on guard. So consistency is going to help. If every time you're looking, you know, and you're starting to ask the questions, you're starting to get a little worked up, and he every time comes to you and wraps you up in a hug and holds you tight until you can feel your body start to melt and relax, and your breathing slows and gets more deep, and you start to sync up your breathing with him. If he does that every time, you will know that you can count on this person when you're in that mode. Now, you got to allow that. Again, it's from both sides. You actually have to allow him to help you if you want to have that help. But teach him that you want him to be consistent about these things so that it trains your body that this is what happens. Each and every time we get all worked up like this, he is going to come and help assist to bring that down. And so each and every time you are triggered by something that he did, he is also helping you to cool it. He is also helping you to bring it all down. Let that new behavior accumulate. Another reason why I always tell you not to ask a whole bunch of questions is right now you're not going to believe a thing he says. Why would you? There's no reason for you to believe anything that he says because he's been lying. So, of course, you've got to let his truthfulness, his better behavior accumulate over some time before you can actually trust what he's saying. You have to see it. You have to show it to your body and to your brain that this has been a consistent thing. Right now, today, in October of 2025, he is doing the right things. He is doing this. He is doing this. He is doing this. I see it. I know that it is real. Okay, I'm going to write it all down in my journal. Then next week, I'm going to come back again and write it all down in my journal. And as you are seeing these things unfold, you will have evidence of it. In your journal, you'll be able to go back and read about it. And then you'll be able to believe him about the answers to the questions. If you ask him a whole bunch of questions now, why would you believe him? That's a complete waste of time. It is just your brain on trauma saying, I must know everything about the enemy. We can't treat him like the enemy. We start to treat him more loving and forgiving, and then try and understand. We are not going to be coming at it from a defensive position. We are going to be coming at it with real curiosity and be able to hear and understand the answers instead of the answers triggering us or going completely over our heads because we are in such a state. Um, you're not going to build the trust by pretending that you're fine. You're going to build it by you being consistently honest about how you're feeling, but also willing to let him assist with bringing those feelings back under control. Healing is going to mean balancing compassion for both of you. You're going to need compassion for yourself because, yes, you are hurting, and sometimes you lash out, and sometimes you do not act in ways that are the real woman that you are. That is that fearful, angry woman that he doesn't know. He is getting better and better acquainted with. Sometimes it's not you, it's her. I am a big proponent of naming that other side, addressing her. I don't call her name too much. I have one too. I don't call her name out loud very often, but I have one and she has a name, and we both know who we're talking about when we're like her. Me and him both know that's a completely different chick. That is not me. That is not the loving me. That is not the person who believed that this was her fairy tale. That's not her. Okay. Her is angry and and upset and very willing to fight. All right. I'm not like that, but she is. Okay. So name her and have her and start to understand her feelings. Start to name the feelings that she's given to you and ask her about why they are bothering her, but don't let her run your life. Okay. You're both going to have roles in this. He needs to be reliable. You need to be receptive. You cannot see the good if you're not willing to see the good. If he is consistently doing the things and you are there and you are just ignoring every bit of it, trying to act like it's not real, you're not going to be able to heal, and you're not going to be able to see all of the effort that he is giving towards you because you are rejecting it out of hand. Love after betrayal is not instant. It's not, oh, wave magic wand and here it is. It is a skill you practice. It's not something that happens overnight. It is something that you work on and you practice and you trust where you don't even want to trust, but you go ahead and offer it anyway. You do those practices. So think about it this week as you're going about, as you're dealing with each other. What's a small way that you can like receive his effort? Can you smile? Can you give a little like your real smile? You, the real person, the real love of his life. Can you give him a real smile? Can you give him a thank you? Can you tell him, hey, I see you doing this. I'm really appreciative that you are doing this. It does soothe me. It helps me to feel better as I am trying to navigate these hurt feelings. Um, can you just be calm together? One of my favorite practices is just being at peace in the same room. Can you just be in the room with him and not having your brain going all off about the questions that you want to ask, about how dare he, and did she do this or that? Like, really just sitting and focusing on your breath and relaxing your body and just being at peace in the same space. It is a difficult thing to do, but I'm telling you, it is one of the most productive things you can do, just to sit, release all of that crap out of your brain, and just be at peace together. When you can do that, you're going to start to heal so much faster. It's going to start rolling downhill as you are healing because you are learning to just be still and not to let the feelings eat you up from the inside. When you can do that, I'm trying to tell you, well on the way to healing. Healing as a couple means that he learns to show up and then you learn to let it in. He's there, he's knocking on the door. You actually have to go to the door and open it for him. He can't break it down, okay? Because you're not going to appreciate that. Your nervous system is going to feel like that is completely unsafe. So this has to be an active thing. You have to be receptive. You have to welcome him in order to feel any better about the things that he's doing. So all of that being said, that is the work that I do with my one-on-one clients when we are doing our No Other Woman one-on-one coaching. The No Other Woman coaching is about recognizing that other person, that other woman, that it's not even about the other woman that he's with. There is another woman inside you that is causing you pain, causing you more distress. We don't want to be that other woman. We want to be who we really are. And that's what the No Other Woman coaching is about. Trying to honor this part of yourself that is trying so hard to protect you, but not letting who you really are get buried beneath protection. Okay? Because if that other chick had her way, she would just bury you. She would just put you in a box under the ground somewhere, and then you're safe. Then you're safe. She doesn't have to care about your feelings. She just knows, oh, you're safe then. Nobody else can hurt you because you're buried in a box under the ground. All right? We can't let her be in charge and bury us. We've got to become the women that we actually are in order to finally heal from this betrayal. So if you're ready to stop cycling between hope and hurt and being yourself and being some other crazy person that you don't recognize, let's talk one-on-one. Get with me for an enchanted reconciliation call, and I'll help you create that roadmap to healing and rebuilding the trust and getting that other chick inside your head to shut up and let you live your life without all the misery, without all the sadness, without all the anger that she's bringing. He can try all he wants, but only you can decide to heal. And I can show you how to do that. So if you're interested in my No Other Woman one-on-one coaching, go ahead and click on the link. It will be there in just a second for my enchanted reconciliation call. You can get on a call with me, see if I'm the coach for you, see if I'm somebody you would like to work with, and we can get okay. We can get you well on the way to healing now, not later, and not just suffering under the weight of this other personality. With you feeling free and feeling, if not completely fear free, feeling confident about the fear that you're feeling. Okay, feeling confident that even with the fear, you can still succeed. All right, it's hard. It's hard when that other person is warring with you inside your head. This other woman who is created by all this pain and all of this anger. It's hard when you're dealing with her on a day-to-day basis. I want to help you try and sit her down, get her to calm down, and let you be in control of it. Okay? So if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, complaints about that, I am happy to answer them, but let me put that in the comments. So, just some things to remember. Even when your partner's doing right, your body still might be remembering everything they did wrong. Your partner can apologize, but only you can teach yourself that your body and your brain are safe again. He can do all the apologizing in the world, but until you do the work to create that safety within yourself, you're not going to be able to feel it from him. You know, rebuild the trust by pretending everything is fine. You build it by being honest and by being consistent, both of you. Healing as a couple means that he learns to show up and you learn to let him in. And he can try all he wants, but only you can decide to heal. Only you, as the sovereign being in this body, can decide that you want to heal and you do not want to let your alter ego run the show forever. You can decide that, and I can show you. I can show you how to do it. All right. So let me see. Let me put this in the comments. Chanted reconciliation. So that is be on Love Coach Dasha. And that is on the love after cheating group. All right, now I'll put it in the YouTube too. That's on YouTube. All right, there we go. So get on a call with me. It's 45 minutes. You can sit here and chat with me. Girl, we can talk about all of it. All right, you can get it all off your chest, but then we're going to work on healing. Okay, we're not going to stay stuck talking about terrible things he has done, will do. We're not going to do that. We're going to focus on you because you are the one that is hurting. So we've got to focus on you and what you can do to stop hurting and stop letting that other woman inside your head control your entire life. Okay? All right. You let me know in the comments, questions, comments, thoughts, complaints, and hashtag replay. If you're catching this on the replay, I am sorry about the first half. Didn't realize the sound was jacked up, but the most important parts were at the end. All right. You can go back and watch any of the Healing Hour Live and you can get all of the practices. But the meaty part, the part that you needed to know about trying to actually heal from this while he's doing the things, that's the part you really need to know. All right. So last thing that every time we get together, the last of the practices that I'm going to tell you about is do your affirmations. Have you been doing your affirmations? I need you to jump on that. You will consistently think negative things when you are dealing with trauma. And because of that, you will think of negative things about yourself. Your brain doesn't just stop at him. No, it will think negative things about everything in your life if you let it. So what we need to do is get back in control of that by telling our brains positive messages about ourselves. We don't have to listen to terrible things about ourselves. That is unnecessary. That is not something that is going to give us any release from this misery. We have got to tell ourselves wonderful, beautiful things about ourselves that bring those things into the present, bring those things into our existence right now, remind us of who we actually are and not who the trauma wants to make us. Okay? So today's affirmation is today I am happy. Today's happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. Today I am happy. Today happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. That's a wonderful affirmation. Even if you don't believe the affirmation, whatever the affirmation is saying, try and get the same facial expression that would go along with believing it and try and make your voice sound like you believe it. When you do those things, your brain cannot tell the difference between make believe and real. It does not know the difference. So if you tell it consistently, you tell it with some authority, and you act like you, yes, I am happy, and you smile, your brain will try and match up with what your face is doing. All right? So, secrets, I got secrets. I got secrets to tell you, girl. You get on the Chanted Reconciliation call with me. You need to talk to me. We need to have this conversation because, girl, it could be so much better than this. Okay? All right. So that's about it. So remember the practices. I need you to do your deep breathing, do your journaling, do your gratitude practice. Stop asking all those questions and do your affirmations. But more than anything, do not do what that other woman inside your brain is telling you to do. That's the fear and the pain made manifest. They will never be telling you the path out of the woods. You can indeed find yourself on the path to healing if you ignore what the fear and the pain are telling you to do. It's always the way. If you don't do what fear says, if you don't do what pain says, and you choose to do what love and compassion and understanding and forgiveness say, you're gonna make it home. All right, y'all. Hopefully, I can be your fairy godmother and lead you out of the dark, dark woods. Um, Go ahead and click on that link in the comments for the Enchanted Reconciliation call, or just put in call. If you are seeing me on Instagram, call CALL. Go ahead and put that in the DMs or in the comments, and I got you. I'll send you the link for that so you can get on a call with me and we can talk this out. Okay. All righty, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me for the Healing Hour Live. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the beginning, but come about 30 minutes in, you should be able to hear me. All right. All right, y'all. I love you and I'm so, so proud of you. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you again next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Healing Hour Live. Bye, y'all.